Now I'm playing this with you.
When I first decided to, on this lineup, we thought Neil Peart, because he's like everyone's, idol at this point in time. He's like the drum god of today. And we thought, wouldn't it be interesting to put him in this situation and see what he can do? And his fans, no one would, recognize him sitting in a big band. And we called him, and he's never done anything like this before, and he was so excited and just said, it's always been my dream to play in a big band.
The music is so exciting. I mean, it's such a shame to me that big band music had to wane in fashion, because the comparison I've often made, it was the one time when popular music was the best music. It was the best musicians playing the best tunes and the best arrangements, and it was full of tremendous technical prowess. Everything was in there, and it was also the music that people danced to, and the music that people heard on the radio. And I don't think that ever happened before, and it certainly hasn't happened since. So that perfect synchronicity, it must have been so great for the musicians at the time.
I think Buddy's playing and this art form alone has influenced us all. There's not a drummer here that's playing tonight that doesn't listen to jazz, or that hasn't heard of Buddy Rich, or hasn't listened to a Buddy Rich record, or whatever we do. I play with Living Colour, Neil plays with Rush. We're all connected in some sense to jazz, to that particular music, and to Buddy.
Good drummers are inspired by other good drummers, and that brings me to Buddy. I was inspired, when I was a kid by Buddy's power and his energy and his commitment to the whole thing. I just think it's a great honor and opportunity to play with his band.
Yeah, they are really fun. Everyone just has to deliver the performance of their lives.
Right.
Or that's not much.
People say, hey, I can't wait till the gig, and I can't wait to see you. And I always say, me too, because I'm going to the gig too.
Mr. Omar Hakim, yes, Omar.
I'm going not only as the entertainer or the person to give the music or to bring this music through me, but to also experience it, because I'm usually just as surprised as you are, at the stuff that happens, and I'm just going to go up there and have some fun with it and experience the gig with you. even we can all learn paradiddles, and we can all learn, you know, triple radimicus and all of the slickest drum rudiments that you can, you know, muster out of your muscles, and it doesn't mean anything when it's time to sit down and express. Call it what you will, spirit, you know, or whatever. The thing that happens when people gather together to experience music.
I love watching Omar play, and I'm fans of all of these guys as well. So it's great to hang out with them, play with them, and check them out with the buzz and the energy. The physical part of drumming is serious. I work out. It helps my drumming. It has to, because In Living Color is a 2-hour show. There's a drum solo and there's an encore. And I don't get tired. The drum set is an instrument that's in the back of the stage, and it's assumed to be a timekeeping piece, and that's it. And it's great to see drummers as leaders. part of the process of preserving jazz is preserving jazz artists. I think it's crucial to have something like this for two reasons. One, historically, for the art form, and two, to give somebody a chance, scholarship-wise, to pursue their ideas. I received the Buddy Rich Scholarship Award when I graduated, and was honored, definitely, especially since he passed away that year. It gave me some kind of incentive to focus and go out there and make something of myself.
Your drum kit's leaking, right?
I always wanted to play drums, right? But I did not have a drum set. So, you know, my next option was, you know, to try to make one if I can't get one. So, you know, I found a bucket one day, and I started playing on 59th Street in Columbus Circle. That's where I first started. I just sat there in front of there, sat right in front of there, and then that's when I started getting the crowd. And that's when I started getting into my drumming. Yeah, I love it because, you know, I never met all the famous drummers in my life. So tonight I'm nervous, you know, and I'm going to give it all I got.
Will you please help me welcome the 1991 Buddy Rich Memorial Scholarship winner, Mr. Larry Wright.
So what you do, you don't use your arms.
Alright.
Only time you use your arms when you get tired of something. You use your wrists.
Alright.
See what I'm saying? See, like this.
My name is Nick. I come from California, and my grandpa's name is Buddy Rich.
See that?
I want to be a drummer. I want to play drums at night, and I want to be a scientist.
I thought, what could we do now that would really be special that Buddy would have wanted us to do? And he always talked about doing something with young people, and he always had young guys in the band, and he really loved being around youth.
We're going to put Artie Shaw's great swing band together right before your eyes and show you just what makes it tick. First, the basis of every swing band is the rhythm section. In Artie Shaw's rhythm section, we have drums, piano, guitar, and bass fiddle. You can hear the rhythm section through every swing tune. This is real jam, a basic rhythm, then a basic melody, with each man playing it the way he feels it. Hear that same original strain? The boys are adding variations as they go along. None of this is written down. It's all impromptu, but you've got to be a real musician to do it. A solo here and an answer there, and all produced over a pounding, insinuating rhythm.
In those days, they called a drum set a trap set, and so they started calling him Baby Traps, and that's how it started. And then he became like the second highest paid child star in the history of show business. Not being able to be a child, really, and having been thrust into an adult world at such a young age, he really lived his childhood as an adult. You know, practical jokes and temper tantrums. I mean, we were very, very close. He was great. I mean, he was there for me every time I needed him. He never let me down. He was everything a father should be.
I fell in love with you the first time I looked into them there eyes. You got a certain little cute way of flirting with them there eyes. They make me feel so happy. They make me feel so blue. I'm falling, not stalling, falling in a great big way for you. My heart is thumping. You started something with them there eyes. You better watch out if you're wise, little brown eyes. They sparkle, they bubble. They're gonna get you in a whole lot of trouble. You, baby, them there eyes. feel so I'm falling, no stalling, falling in a great big way for you. My heart is thumping, you started something with them there eyes. You better watch out if you're wise, little brown eyes. They sparkle, they bubble, they're gonna get you in a trouble, baby. Them there eyes, them there eyes, them there eyes.
I'm very fortunate that the band I'm in plays exactly the music that I like to play, and I think it's why we're still together after 16 years. I think all of that is really special, and I'm glad that I followed the course musically and that it's led me into that channel. But at the same time, I'm really glad to have this opportunity to play a music that was in my blood before I even picked up a pair of drumsticks. And things have changed a lot in modern music. Music is recorded to metronomes, and you get used to hearing perfect metronomic time, or else so much popular music is done to drum machines. And a lot of times when I listen to old jazz records, even with the best musicians, there's an average time situation that happens among the musicians, and speeding up and slowing down was an organic part of the way it breathed. Buddy, there was no question that, I mean, it was like a metronome, you know. He'd go off into a drum break and come back in, and it was just perfect, just stunning. Not only astoundingly precise technique, but a sense of time that was superhuman. Anything you take for granted, and you assign a role, you say, okay, Buddy Rich is the best drummer in the world. You don't re-examine it, you know, you just accept it as a reality, and I think I went through many years just accepting it without ever having to go back to the records or re-examine that opinion, basically, and having the opportunity to do that has just, it was astonishing just how good he was.